final evaluation. Call upon Martin to evaluate the TT topics.
Tonight we heard 5 speakers giving table topics on the theme of senses. My question at the beginning, of course, was were we going to see attempts of great heroism as people try to deal with this? Angela spoke on the subject of smell, her favourite smell. The structure of her speech was to tell us that she liked the smell of perfume. She then went on to describe for us something about that, visiting France, visiting places where perfume was produced. And she finally ended by describing to us her woes at the fact that she couldn't wear perfume, and then saying that she would like to go to Paris and meet somebody who would let her both have some perfume and wine at the same time. So her speech had that structure. One thing I thought that Angela could improve on would be maybe to expand on the smell, because we're describing smell, so maybe give us a smell like lavender and describe for us what it's like to smell the perfume and the effect that it has on you, and so we can actually feel that or almost smell that. So while we had a general sense, that's something that could have been developed more. But it was a wonderfully fluent and cheerful and uplifting speech. Dev spoke on the subject of food, and again, the structure of his speech was in fact all of the speeches did follow a structure, but I'll outline Dev's structure. He said to us that his favourite food was those cooked by special people, and he singled out his mother, and I believe his particularly favourite was aubergine and rice, and he took us into that situation and told us about that his wife would even try to recreate some of those dishes, and we could almost imagine and understand the effect that had on him. One minor comment that I would make, Dev, was it's good to have a strong beginning and a strong ending, and you did end by telling us that you said that it made you thankful for your mother's, all that your mother had done, and then you just said yes at the end, and it's just a little thing, but you've given us the end on that, and then don't try and add another word, just sit down. But you helped us to connect emotionally with the impact that had. Jill talked to us about image. She painted a picture with words, and in particular just that picture of the halo effect of that scene, and that it was transfixing. One thing would be that, having started with the beginning, just to take us back to the beginning and say, there are some great things that you can see on the bus, but it had a great structure to it. Nick talked to us about sound, and he painted a picture for us of the children in his house. He told us about their ages, 2, 4 and 6, and we just got that picture, as he said, their passion running around the house there. I think one thing is, at the beginning, Nick, don't tell us about your troubles in trying to find the topic. You can still do the same thing by just asking us the question as you're thinking of it. I could talk to you about the selfish sea, or I could talk to you about this, but we don't have to know that you're actually having some troubles about it. But yes, it ended well by just you describing us that it was a sublime experience, and that that brought it to a good ending. And Chantal, talking to us about touch, she again described for us at the beginning that skin was a favourite thing that she liked to touch. She told us why. It was warm, it let her have a connection. One thing I would say, Chantal, look and have eye contact with the audience. Don't look up or down or sort of bow neck as you're speaking, but bring us all in. But it was a wonderfully inspiring talk, and I thought that all the speakers did well and they were great heroes.